What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, and it's so good to be here. I'm excited to, read with you guys. I hope you guys are doing well, and I hope your week has been good to you, and I hope the new year has been good to you and your loved ones. That being said, if you are new here, so what we do is we read, we guide ourselves and talk to each other about, well, I do the talking most of the time, but in a comment you're welcome to also talk to me. But yeah, we're just here talking and reading and guiding ourselves on how to stand in our power, choose ourselves, love ourselves, heal, how to how to you know, just choose ourselves and how to make our healing journey more, easy. Let me put it that way for us. That being said, I want to apologize in advance if you hear any sound. I'm currently doing my laundry, okay? So I'm doing my laundry and I just want to record with you guys before I, go run some errands. Okay, let's get into it. For those of you who are new here, so we are currently reading The Way of the Priestess by Sarah Coxon. And right now we're on page 100. Last week we stopped at page 100 and we are going to continue from there. There is like a blank page or two, and then the next page is 105. So we'll be starting from there, guys. I'm so excited because we will be done with this book soon, and I just got another book that I cannot wait to read with you guys. Um, okay, so after reading, I normally before coming here would have put some oracle cards to read with you guys, to just help guide us. So let's get into it. I'm excited. All right, so the way of the priestess. Throughout this book so far, you've heard a lot about my story and how the priestess had been calling to me throughout my life. Now it's time to meet her and begin the process of embodying her so that you too can awaken your feminine power and walk hand in hand with the divine. Throughout this exploration of who she is and what she represents, I invite you to feel into your body and experience her not just as a concept, but as a living energy within you. To fully welcome her in, we must not only understand her intellectually, but experience her through the loving lens of our hearts. So it's honestly, as somebody who is so logical, it's so easy for me to, always put my thoughts first before my emotions or feelings, which can kind of be like I don't want to say a curse. There's a blessing part of it because sometimes your heart wants to be things, and your mind brings you back and lets you know that that is stupid. And then when we let sometimes what we need to do, our intuition is literally guiding us. For example, it's like, okay, I need you to come here and record, right? And then my brain is telling me, "Ugh, I want to watch TV." So things like that, it helps us to, like, follow our intuition. It's better. So this is just literally saying to connect with, the priestess, the inner power. It's not just about the logical, it's also about your intuition, your emotional, because at the end of the day, I just think it's mostly on the emotional part, you know. All right, let's keep going. Who is she and why is she calling to you? Throughout human history, in fairy tales, folklore, literature, and film, we find universal characters. These are what the psychologist Carl Jung in the 1900s called archetypes. They are responsible for unlearned, instinctive patterns of behaviors that are borrowed within the psyche of the individual and are simultaneously embedded within the collective unconscious. The seven most common feminine archetypes for Jungian psychologists are the mother, the maiden, the queen, the huntress, the wise woman, the mystic, and the lover. Yet, the truth is that we have access to an infinite number of archetypes within us, far beyond the scope of these seven. This energetic blueprint represents inner force that impact upon who we are being and therefore how we show up in the world, the action we take, and the decision we make. As individuals, we tend to have a natural inclination towards embodying the energy of certain archetypes over others. This is shaped by our unique nature, the environment in which we were raised in and live, and what we believe. And then there are other archetypes that are buried in our subconscious, suppressed under layers of social and cultural conditioning. I always talk about how so let me put this. I always talk about how you will start to like you will start to stand in your power if you just don't care about societal expectations, societal beliefs, standards, whatever. Sometimes those are the things that are stopping us from standing in our power and choosing that some part of us that we know that is actually part of us, but because we think that, oh, they're gonna judge me, oh, they expect me to do this, oh, all of that, we let that get to us. But personally, like with my own experience, I can tell you that as soon as you get to that phase where you just don't care, like you could say whatever, I don't care. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't change how I feel about myself or what I think about myself. It doesn't change. I honestly from the bottom of my heart do not care. If you call me ugly, that's fine. I know I am not ugly. If you call me dumb, that's fine. I'm not dumb. You know, it doesn't change what I think, what I feel. I mean, you're welcome to say whatever, but at the end of the day, it stops right there. It doesn't. It has no room over here. So let's go. Within the psyche of every woman is the blueprint of the priestess. She's the vessel of the divine, channeling divine wisdom and power to serve and facilitate transformation. She is the weaver of magic. When we feel the call to break with convention in life and live life on our terms, that's her. That's literally what I just said. Once you just don't care and you live based on your terms, you are standing in your power. And let me tell you one thing, I can guarantee you one thing. It feels good. Absolutely good. It feels good that once you even get to that phase, you will not want to live there anymore because you just feel good about it. Okay? We are now living at a at a precipice where the feminine is rising. The way we have been operating the world is being called to change, and we as priestesses are part of this shift. This is undoubtedly the reason why you picked up this book, because you are destined to play a part in the great uprising. And that's why we are here, guys. The priestess is the embodiment of mystery, alchemy, and transformation. She is able to cut through the illusion of this empowerment and tap into the power of potential and possibility. Her role is that of the visionary and the creator of sacred space. Her superpowers are intuition and bold truth. She is an action taker, able to place ego to the side and do what is necessary for the liberation of all. She is rooted, yet soft, compassionate, yet takes no bullshit. Embodying the priestess is about reclaiming our feminine power. It is also about tapping into magic and bringing in opportunities, about helping others heal and self actualize. The more people come to transcend their limitation and know who they really are, the more balanced and fair our world will be. Our role as priestesses is to be the channels through which this can take place. And let me tell you something, guys. So I told you guys I'm doing laundry, right? And that's why I had to apologize because I'm like, my excuse. So I was thinking, should I record this? And my excuse was that I'm doing laundry. It's gonna, make some noise or whatever, whatever. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna record. I have to come here and speak. It's my purpose. I'm just here. I just have to come. And I said I'm just gonna apologize, and the people who are gonna listen, who need to get this message, will get the message. Okay, so that's it. That's literally it. Anyway, so there is a reason that you felt called to read this book. The priestess has been calling to you. It is time to activate her and acknowledge her presence within you. Use this contemplative prompt to explore. Who is the priestess to you? How do you sense her energy? What does she symbolize? In what way has the priestess been calling to you? What message does she have for you? What is she trying to tell you? In which ways do you imagine channeling her wisdom? Through writing, speaking, teaching? I found mine in, writing, speaking, and teaching as well. I write. I have a couple of books. Um, I speak. I'm here speaking, speaking to you guys, and you know, I pretty much, and I also have podcasts as well where I speak about wellness, mental health, all of these things, anything to just help anybody. I feel like it's so much going on, and my purpose here is to at least bring some type of relief to people's lives in any way I can. And as a writer, a podcaster, a speaker, I wouldn't really call myself a teacher. I don't know if I can teach. I mean, I don't know if this is teaching. I don't think it's teaching. I don't know. I don't know if I'll call myself a teacher, but I can, call myself a writer and a speaker. So ask yourself, what are the ways? Have you been feeling drawn to like starting a podcast or starting your channel or writing a book or something? Like ask yourself those questions, and I promise you there is an answer deep down there within you. All right, let's go. The power of co-creation. When I first moved to Portugal, I had I had 200 euros in my bank account. Few work prospects and nowhere to stay long term. As soon as I arrived, I was told it would be challenging to not only find somewhere to live over the summer but also to find steady yoga teaching. I didn't take too much heed of this advice. I chose to believe that I'd be taken care of, and because of this unshakable sense of certainty, I paved the way for magic and miracles to unfold. Al Jazor seemed to me to have an energy of its own, and I somehow felt that it wanted me there. I had no work, but by chance, I met a guy who turned out to be the manager of a yoga rental space. He mentioned that they desperately needed a teacher for the entire season, and within 2 days I was teaching, embodying the priestess once more. I was without a car, but whenever I needed a ride, all I had to do was start walking, and someone always stopped to pick me up. I, w- I was without a place to stay, but somehow house seats and short term rentals came my way just as I needed them. And of course, I also met Moro. This is the way the universe works. When we believe we will be taken care of, this is what we experience. There is a natural intelligence that permeates all things in the universe. Everything is connected and forms part of a greater whole. I like to call this cosmic entanglement. Cosmic entanglement. A powerful example of this lies within our bodies. Our hearts beat because we need to move the molecule hemoglobin hemoglobin around. Hemoglobin carries a small molecule, hemiphin, and at the center of, I don't know if I pronounced that right, guys. Let me know in the comment. And at the center of that is a single atom of iron. Iron is an element that binds with oxygen, and it's this that allows us to move life nourishing oxygen throughout our circulatory system. Here is the magic. The only way iron is created in the universe is through supernovas and supermassive black stars. These form when galaxies collide. And so, as you read this, I invite you to feel into the beat of your own heart and recognize that those iron molecules dancing throughout your body, keeping you alive, once existed in outer space. As individuals, we are not separate from the universe. Since science and spirituality show that we are part of her. The idea that we separate from the cosmos, nature, and each other is humanity's biggest illusion. All things are connected, and therefore, how we feel and what we do truly matters. Not only do we impact upon the field of reality, but we are integral to reality itself. Through our connection to all things, we are able to initiate great change. The thing that we see as external are actually part of us. We all have the power to consciously create our reality, and as priestesses, not only do we know this, but we embody it. The mind has a direct impact upon our creation of reality, but it also plays a huge part in our perception of it. Reality is radically different depending on whom you talk to. There are people who live well into their hundreds who never get cancer. Okay. There are people who live well into their hundreds who never get cancer. There are others who eat all the junk food under the sun and never put on weight. Emily Coué, I hope I pronounced that right, a French psychologist born in the 19th century, discovered what we now call the placebo effect. He noticed that when he really emphasized a medicine's healing benefit, his patients got better. In fact, Kuhl stated that 93% of his patients saw dramatic improvement when he raved about how marvelous this medicine was. When he said nothing, the effect of the medicine were less dramatic. Kuhl knew it was the power of the subconscious mind that healed his patient. Guys, let me tell you something. It's so funny because I always think about this thing, right? I always think, oh, if I think that this medicine is going to work for me, it actually does work. Now, when you don't get the hype, now it doesn't. And I always think it has to do with your subconscious. And it's so funny that I'm reading this and I'm not the only person that feels this way. All right, let's keep it moving. Our belief structures create our perception and interpretation of reality. We actually don't see life as it really is, we see life through a lens. This is because our brains literally could not process all the sensory information that is around us. And to cope, we filter it through our belief system. As a result, we search for evidence that confirms what we believe to be true. We literally interpret, favor, and recall information that confirms our pre existing beliefs. Now, that's not to say that social injustice and the inequality we see in the world are the fault of the oppressed. That's really not true. But oppressive social systems such as patriarchy, racism, and discrimination are held firmly in place by toxic belief structures. I'll speak more about this later. Our job as priestesses is to change what we believe to be true about ourselves and what we are capable of, so that we show up differently and facilitate the global healing, growth, and expansion that we are here to. All creation is co creation. We co create with what already exists, be it materials, knowledge for each other. We are also engaging with the source of creation self. We can call this God, Goddess, the divine, the universe, or source. It doesn't matter what we call it. It's the invisible intelligence that runs through all things. It is the same intelligence that's beating our hearts, regulating our hormones, and pumping our lungs. Co-creation is an underpinning driver of evolution, and it's an impulsive and is an impulse of the universe that can't be controlled by humans. Socially and spiritually, we are evolving at an accelerated rate. We only have to look back upon thousands of years of history to understand this. Before the Neolithic in Europe, roughly 6,000 years ago, humans were simple hunter gatherers, meaning that they hunted for meat and foraged for vegetation. During the Neolithic, the practice of agriculture emerged. Soon after came the Bronze Age, around 4,500 years ago, which is when metal working, a technology that hadn't previously existed, was invented. This allowed for a huge increase in innovation, and people made objects that they had never made before, such as metal swords and jewelry. For the next 4,300 years, technological evolution was relatively incremental. But then came the Industrial Revolution, taking place nearly 2 centuries ago. From the point onwards, there's been an influx in technology advancement, leading to a rapid rate of social evolution. With the invention of the internet, access to powerful and sacred knowledge has become more readily available, and as a consequence, we are spiritually evolving more than ever before. There is an incredible force pulling us forward, elevating our understanding, evolution, and consciousness at the accelerated rate. Jean Houston, a founder of the Human Potential Movement, called this and and enteleki, I think enteleki. The pool is spelled as Entelecy. So enteleki or enteleki. The pull of the future towards its manifestation of higher consequences. In essence, the divine is pulling us towards her, begging us to meet her. Human beings want to know who truly they are, and as priestesses, we are integral in this process. We are the conduit between earth and the sky, planet and source. We are the midwives to the elevation of consciousness. Our deepest desires are the medium through which the divine communicates to us during this process. By honoring our desires and callings, we come to know our Dharma, our purpose in this lifetime. In order for us to live to our callings with the path of least resistance, we must be open to see the signpost of the universe and take action. This requires that we be an open channel and find the courage to discover and live our true purpose. All right, guys. So we are stopping on page 111. Um, I'm gonna go ahead and read the Oracle decks before I go because I need to go run some errands. I just wanted to do this. So I have 4 cards here for you, and I have the self care card. Um, which the first thing that came out was to spend time with animals. So some of you are being encouraged to spend time with animals. Some of you may love animals, you know. And I'm just going to read it. So the mantra is animal guides are present in my life, providing protection, sharing wisdom, pointing me in the right direction, and teaching me the ways of unconditional love. The association between animals and spiritual guidance has a long history. Animals are known for their ability to share wisdom, send us messages, and be our guardians. If you have pets, spend time with them and give them lots of extra affection. Allow their unconditional love to infuse itself in your being. If you don't have pets, get creative about how you can spend time with animals. Visit a friend or family member who has pets. Go outside to observe cute little critters in their natural environment. Watch funny cat videos, volunteer at a local shelter, foster an animal, pet sit for a friend, or call in an animal guardian during your next meditation. Keep an eye out for animals showing up in daily lives, such as when you spot a bird, snake, frog, dragonfly, or spider. Take a moment to go within first and find out what the animal means to you or under what circumstances you have encountered it before. Then look up the meaning of the animal in ancient wisdom teachings for additional guidance on what its appearance in your life may signify. Trust your intuition when decoding the message this creature holds for you. Journal prompt. What is your fondest memory of connecting with an animal and why? That was so good. I felt good reading that. And we have make a vision board. I don't know if you guys already made a vision board for what is it called? 2025. You're being called to make one. Okay. So let's read that. I'm almost there, guys. Okay, I'm here. So mantra is my dreams have come true. My dreams have come true. There's power in visualization, okay guys? Visualization is a key part of manifestation and making a vision board is a potent way to call in what you've been seeking. Get crafty with paper and scissors to construct a vision board with images that represent the things, people, and experiences you want in your life. Alternatively, use motivation images on your computer or phone background for a portable digital vision board. Pair images with words to add specificity and energy to your manifestation process. For example, if there is a certain type of job opportunity, romantic partner, or life experience that you want to call in, you can write out a detailed list explaining how you'd like that person or event to manifest and how it will make you feel. This technique works because we are made to hone in on what's important. In turn, we start to prioritize taking the necessary step to bring our desires to life. As you get clarity on what you want, you are more likely to recognize it and work towards it as it becomes more real and feel more tangible. See it, feel it, be it. And then we have a journal prompt. What are the top three things you want to manifest in your life? All right. So I have two more cards for you before I go. Oh, wait a minute. This is so. You know what? I didn't realize this. These are two different decks, okay? And I put from two different decks. You guys can see they're two different decks. And we just sort of make a vision board and spend time with animal. And here we have vision again. Like this is vision. I am not making this up. I'm not. This is vision. And this is goat. So we're gonna go ahead and read. So the goat is number 13. And we're here. So goats. Goats. Fearless. So the goat represents confidence and sure-footedness. Fearless I am in the path I choose, for I've never been led astray, always finding my way. Goat is a wonderful card to receive. Its presence in your reading being a sign that uh, ideas, opportunities, and projects are entering your life at this time. You may not see this taking place just yet, but trust that things are happening behind the scene and will soon become known to you. Your task when receiving this card is to believe in yourself and your gifts. Have you been afraid to reach for bigger goals? Have you limited yourself because you do not believe you are capable of achieving greater things? God is here to challenge you to step outside of your comfort zone and scale a bigger mountain. As goats only need a few inches of space to keep their footing, you only need to take small steps to work towards your dream. You may not have what you need to cross the finish line, but each small action pushes you one step closer. Perhaps you have already achieved much, but wonder if you can reach even greater heights. No matter your step on the success journey, know that talent is only a part of the equation. The only thing truly needed to rise is believing that you can. The rest can be learned as you go. There is an overall mistrust in goat as a power animal. They are often demonized and used to represent this Christian symbol of the devil, partly because the green man is often depicted with goat-like features and has and as having sexual relations with willing young maidens. Over the years, goat have come to be synonymous with evil, destruction, and sin, but this is misinterpretation of the generous energy. Goat is a wonderful creature to work with and is an ideal energy to invoke in the following circumstances. For seeking balance, when you have doubts about your capabilities or skills. For developing determination and ambition. When starting difficult projects. For overcoming challenging obstacles. For young adults who are leaving home for the first time. When perseverance is needed. All right, so we're gonna read the last card, which is Vision, and that is number 43. And we are almost there. Almost there, guys. Almost there. And okay. This is the second to the last card. Enlightenment. To find enlightenment, seek nowhere, for it lives within you. It's so fun. This is still fun. Fine. I'm still finding it fun and picking up literally the same cards from two different decks. It's crazy. Okay. Now is the time to retreat into the inner works of your own being. The answer you seek can be found within your inner knowing, or the part of you that does not speak with words. You are being guided to feel your way through your situation rather than using logic or reason. You may not understand the feeling you have at first, but your soul knows and will continue to guide you to where you cannot see with your physical eyes. Now is not the time for action. This will come later. For now, be still, meditate, visualize, and spend time with yourself, preferably in nature. Pulling vision means it is time to start relying on your own knowledge and advice. Seek others for counsel, but strain the words of others through your intuition. Feel it and try it on to see if it truly aligns with your soul. Vision guides you to go with the flow. Much like a sudden vision, you must allow your inner being to show you where it needs to go. Dreams, daydreams, and fantasies hold significant meaning during this time. All right, my beautiful friends, that will be all. If you haven't already, I do encourage you to subscribe if you enjoy our readings here, so that, and also turn on your post notifications so that whenever I post a new video, you can see it. And also feel free to leave me comments on what you think about this episode. If there's anything that you like, also if you have book suggestions that you want me to buy and then read with you guys as well. I'm open. I'm literally flexible, guys. Seriously. I'm about to go run some errands real quick. But I'm so happy that I actually got to do this because I'm not sure when I will be back today. So, but I'm glad I got to do this before leaving. I hope you guys continue to take care of yourself, and um I will see you guys on the next episode. Bye.